Hola mi gente, this is going to be about budgeting with me for my first October paycheck. I'm gonna use this little notepad so I won't be flipping and flopping through my pages. But this is the budget by paycheck by the budget mom that I do use. I've been using for about 2 or 3 years, even though it has not been consistently. I do use it at least once a month. I don't close out my bill. I don't track my spending because I do use YNAB, but they've increased the prices so much that I think that I'm gonna cut it off. But I want to see if I find a budget that I like. This budget by paycheck is a bit too big for me to be carrying around everywhere. So I gotta see something in between. So I'm gonna go to October. And through her method, she does like to budget by paycheck because it's really, really hard for me to budget for the month. And I don't know how much I'm gonna get for that month, even though sometimes your salary, depending on taxes and other things, that's very helpful to budget by paycheck because you already know what you have at hand. I'm budgeting from the 13th until the 26th because I get paid again on the 27th. So everything between then, I'm gonna write on my note. I usually don't use this because, of course, while I'm not filming, I can go back and forth, but that can be kind of annoying and it lengthens the video. So I'm gonna just write down for ease of filming. So I have my mortgage, which is a half payment. It's just $695. I have my first car, which is $385, and then my car number 2, which is $238, and all of this is half payments. I'm trying to pay down my Best Buy. Every pay period, I paid $211. I bought my laptop in my last class of college. We're doing a lot of testing in that class, and my laptop was just over it. It was a Mac that was purchased or gifted to me by my husband in 2013 when I was going to community college to get my associates, or like my basics for my nursing degree. I have a Sapphire credit card, and that is $168. I got the Chase travel cards because I wanted a travel hack, but I can't get my emotional spending in place, so that did not work out. Spotify is 17, and I'm just going to write the due date for all of these as well. 19, Best Buy. I also need to go to the dentist on the 19th, and that's going to be $150. I have a city card, and that's going to be $211. My trash is also due, but I'm going to increase it to $120 this month. My internet is on the 21st, and that's going to be $9.95. Netflix is going to be $21.64. That's another company that I think I'm gonna pause because it's $21. I was telling my daughters back in my day. Car number 2 is due on the 23rd, and then car number 1 is due on the 5th. Mortgage due on the 1st. I think Netflix was $2.99 if you wanted to get it mailed, the DVD mailed in. And she was like, no, don't start with those back in the day stories. Our electricity bill, and that is $189.08. And that's all. I'm also gonna plan ahead for my car insurance because that is a bit funky and it's always changing, and it caused me to overdraft because I had budgeted $348, but last pay period, or for the month of September, they charged $408. So I don't want to go through that again. So I'm gonna budget for $125 and see if I can do at least half this pay period, because this is in orange already. So this is gonna be counting from the 27th and going forward. The budget paycheck is going to be October 13th, which is a Thursday. My income from the hospital, I'm gonna say about 20, let's say 2,250. My husband, I'm still not sure. Because we just took a vacation too, so I don't know how that works for him in his pay period, like the beginning and ending. I've already like checked my hours, and so far that's what I'm getting. So I'm gonna start with my bills, which is my half bill for the mortgage. I'm just going to do it on the 1st, and that's going to be $695 that I'm budgeting. My car, it's going to be due on the 5th, and that's going to be budgeted $385. My second car, it's going to be due on the 23rd. That's the actual due date, and it's $238 going forward. So this has bills if you do cash envelopes, sinking fund. There's also extra debt if you want to pay, and extra saving. For me, I do get deducted automatically from my 401k, and then I also get, I call this my long term. I don't like calling it my emergency, because I feel when I call it my emergency, it gets depleted more often. And this is why I started the envelope system, because I want to have envelopes dedicated to other things and sinking funds rather than this. So I do get $300 automatically to that, and I do get my short term, which is $225 if I remember correctly. So this is like for my long term, in case something breaks down in my house, my car breaks down, an emergency that I cannot cover otherwise. This is for that. And for my short term, that's like for my HOA, my subscriptions for like YNAB. That's what we cover those for. Or like back to school. I mainly use it for back to school, HOA, and birthdays. And how much do you budget for birthdays? I'm not very big on celebrations or like gifting is what I mean to say. I will buy you like a little cake and sing you happy birthday. But other than that, I don't know. I'm not a very good gifter. Maybe because I haven't practiced it often enough. Probably that's what I want to expand this year coming up. So on the 13th, I have Star Furniture. And this is going to pay, I'm going to pay $120. Best Buy, even though $210 is not the minimum, I should be paying it. I put in a difference here. That's too much for me. I just rather keep it where I am, because it's hard for me to keep up with things. Sapphire. I'm trying to like keep up with my kids and their schoolwork. Me adjusting to going to overnight, and this is a lot easier. Those are the things that I want to focus this season in my life, instead of just what the minimum payment for X, Y, and Z is and what I'm actually paying extra. Oh, we said my car insurance. I'm like, my car, I just put it up there, but okay. And we said this is due on the 29th. So $425, and we can probably do $200. So as I mentioned on my opening, I do gas, groceries. I'm gonna start an O. This envelope is for like extra money that I have for that month, and things that hit like my car insurance. I'm not like trying to transfer money from my long term or my short term, because this is inconsistent. If not, I might have to do a new car insurance, but we'll see for that. It's $425 for or that $300, almost $400. That's for full coverage. I'm also gonna budget for my pets. I have a cat and a dog. I'm also gonna budget for my toiletries. So I have gas, groceries, my sinking fund, but for me from the end of one pay period or my paycheck to the beginning of the next pay period, which will be on the 27th. And then I have a family time. Being that I am a nurse, I work 3 days and I am off 4 days. So I want to spend more time with my family. I chose nursing for that same reason instead of working, because I was tired of working 5 to 6 days out of the week. Now I exchanged my time for nursing. I get paid about the same overall before I became a nurse, but this is just more effective with my time and what my goals line up to. So for my gas, I'm only budgeting for my car. I don't really drive anywhere else besides going to work and going to my residency classes. So I think I'm gonna budget $150 because it fills up with about 40. So I'm gonna do 100, to be honest. No, actually let me put 75. For groceries, this is a bit more hard because everything is more expensive. Let me budget $1,000 for the month, and I'm gonna divide that by 2. So that should be $500. Hopefully that's enough. Again, I'm sure there's gonna be the leftover of my long-term 401k, short-term things. For my pets, I'm gonna include, let's start with $30. And then my toiletries, let's start with $20. And my family time is not that expensive for me. So let's do another $20. Again, these are like loose. It could be way more, it could be way less. This is my first time budgeting and doing envelopes again since like 2000, before the pandemic, to be honest. I'm just gonna add up everything for the budget. All in all, it comes out to 29. Oh. Okay, 2,900. So already we are over, and we're just gonna run with that. So before I pay my bills, I'm just gonna deduct everything from here first. So for the leftover, I'm going to do 2250 because that's my paycheck. That's what I want to start with. I'm gonna do, so the envelope total is going to be 75 plus 500 plus 30 plus 20 plus 20, and that comes to $600.45. Okay, this is still gonna get automatically deducted, as well as this. I don't want to just leave the budget open like that until, as I said, today is the Wednesday, the 12th. So I'll just come back tomorrow and finish updating this portion. But we'll see tomorrow. Stay tuned for the remaining of the budget. Hola mi gente, I'm back. So I've updated some numbers. I'm gonna bring closer for you to follow. So since we went on vacation, my husband does get paid every Thursday. Same day as me, but it's every Thursday, and I get paid every 2 weeks on a Thursday. So he won't be making any money. I've already saw what I'm actually making in this pay period after the deductions that they take out. They did take out my short term. They did my 401k, which is $116, and my long term, which is $300. So what I am gonna do instead is just budget, since I get paid. My husband does get paid the 21st, I believe. So let me see. The 19th is actually when he gets paid. So I'm gonna budget his paycheck with the rest of the bills. It's just really, really high this month because of the car insurance that I want to add in there to be a buffer as well. I'm still gonna include it. So this comes out to 1,900, or this comes out to 1,800. It comes out to 1,982. And I'm also gonna include this for the groceries, which is another 645. And that should allocate all my 2166. This is including the short term, the long term, and the 401k. So in reality, let me add it all up. Okay, it is 1,982 and 31 cents plus 645. Should be 2,000. See, it's even a little bit higher, but so I'm just gonna have to figure out what to do with my groceries, because I think that's the main thing that it's taken out of there. So 2166. Yep, that's gonna be my groceries. So I'm gonna see if I can bring it down to at least $200 every week and just take it from there. Rice and beans and something else, un pedacito de carne or something, or like quesadillas, because you know, we gotta keep it low budget, make it work. We'll see how it goes. Thank you for following my journey. We'll see how this goes. I'll update you more once I do the other portion of it, which is the cash envelope breakdown, and just take it from there. We're gonna see what's the plan. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share. And I'll see you next video. Take care, amiga.